Welcome back to Leicester Fan TV, where we will be discussing today the new kit that's been leaked online. It's been announced that we have a new shirt. We have the home, away, and it looks like the goalkeeper shirts have been released unofficially by people who have taken photos in storage or out and about. It looked pretty. Look pretty official, but obviously they might change a little bit based on the sponsors change. Therefore, but these are the first proper kits that have um, been leaked since the beginning. Well, since the end of the Premier League season. I've put the link is out there in the chat if you want to click on it and come and join me. Have your opinion on whether you like the new shirt or not. But let's go through them. So let's start with this shirt here. Now, this is our apparent new leaked home kit. So we moved away from BC game from the end of the Premier League campaign. Not a fan favourite that was. I don't like the logo personally. But we've moved to KBet, which may be another version of BC game, but still a gambling sponsor. But it's pretty standard, really. So it's like you've got like lovely gold trims going around the outside. You've got the gold Adidas stripes across the top. You've got the blue and you've got the blue stripes going down the center. A lot of people don't like it. Apparently people say it's too basic. Some people say it's not the right shirt for the club, but I actually really like it. I think this photo does it injustice. If you look at other leaks photos, it looks a lot more crisp and it looks a lot more sharp. I think it'll look better on the players. You've got the Saigon Dragon on the right arm from this point of view, so that's definitely our shirt sponsor. That's our sleeve sponsor for the beer. So it looks pretty legit. You've got all the sizes on the bit of paper underneath as well. But what I really like about it is I like the definition in the V-neck, the white contrast with the blue. So yeah, really nice first kit. So what's other people's opinion? Craig said it's awful. Ben says some kid on Twitter made it up. Then now, if this was a what was it, a digital image, then yes, it could be made up. But since this is printed and you can't see in this photo, but there are some initials on the training wear in the background that have initials of the players in the women's team and our team. So it does look pretty real. And this is the kit being packaged up. It has the official Adidas logo, Adidas tags on it, the paper ones. It's got it's in the sleeve, so yeah, and it's in storage. There's quite a few printers, so it does look like it's the actual home kit. Jamie says it's crap. Terence says not impressed. Prefer training shirt round neck fan. That's Patrick. Yeah, Patrick says K-Bet went bust recently. They might have done, but knowing Leicester City, if you can get a bit of free money to put something on a shirt, then you might as well. I wouldn't make too many. I don't know why people don't like it. I mean, until it's actually officially released and you get all the better photos, I'm not going to, I'm not going to say I dislike it too much. We're better with gold lines. It does have gold lines. Again, these photos don't do it justice, but if you look at the Adidas stripes at the top, on across the shoulder, they are gold, and that trim around the outskirt of the shirt is also gold. So that is the leaked home kit. Again, this is the leaked home kit that's been released today by certain websites going around. Now, our second shirt that's been released on the same day is our away kit. Now, original leaks for this was compared to our 1996 away shirt, the blue and the green half and half shirt. This was meant to be homage to that, and the leaks were hinting to that. But this is the first photo of a real shirt that we've got, and it's nothing like that away shirt. And again, this is completely different to any. We're not used to seeing patterns like this on on an away shirt. Usually our training kits, but never a actual shirt that we wear on the pitch. It looks okay, but where's the manager? Paul, I agree. Where is the manager? Where is the manager? Because again, it's been another day. Our team flies out tomorrow to go to Austria for our pre-season, and yet we've not seen Cifuentes been released. So yeah, that is not good. So hopefully Cifuentes is holding up the new shirt by the end of the day or tomorrow morning. Probably leave it and get the training shirt. Yeah, other people have said the training shirt does look better. Is that the training shirt that's got the pink pattern, the light blue with the pink pattern, or the training shirt we've been wearing for our first two preseason games? Bronze and Chip said Adidas more like Adidas. Am I right? I mean, that template is the same for all kits. All clubs that are with Adidas have the same template, but the club obviously puts their own design on and changes certain colors. But so the template is universal across all clubs associated with Adidas. But yeah, it's not many people are fans of the home and the away shirt. I personally am really big fan of the home kit, but I buy every kit, so I'm just a sucker for it. Patrick says 10 in a turkey market. I mean, that was actually when we played against when we were playing against Leuven in the friendly, there was a shirt going around. Someone printed off the leaked shirt of the faded blue and green. It looked awful, but yeah, it looked like a turkey special. But yeah, this is not the same as that. Why are we flying to Austria when we have a state-of-the-art training center? Thought we are broke. I mean, we remember. Was it when we had Enzo? Was it last season we flew to? Was it last season or the season before the championship started? We flew to Asia and we had that pre-season against Spurs, and we got rained off, and the pre-season was pretty much called off because it was horrendously raining and we couldn't play against them. And the thing I was before, and I think that's when we got Enzo. But yeah, I don't know why we're flying to Austria if we're struggling for money when we have as Patrick says, state-of-the-art training center. And if you're going to go abroad, go to a country where it's hot, like the climate's completely different, so you get used to different climates, not to just pretty close in Europe where the climate's pretty similar. Leave Dhaka there. I mean, we've had no signings at all being announced or any link to any players so far. But at the moment, Dhaka seems like our only option up front. Since Vardy's left, Dhaka's now our main striker. Unless he gets sold, he will be playing up front at the start of the new season, unfortunately. Why don't you spend the week at Seagrave and the players say of a big save? Yeah, I agree. Stay at Seagrave. We've got. I mean, our training pitch at Seagrave is bigger than a lot of the National League teams have got. We've got a stand, we've got a massive pitch. That's better than a lot of National League sides. Yet we're flying to Austria. That's cost. So it costs a bit of money. Save a bit of money and stay here. We have got some other kits that have been leaked, and these are the two. Now these haven't been on social media as much as the other two, but these two are. We spoke at this backstage. We believe they are goalkeeper kits. The reason being is because if you look at all the other Adidas templates for all of the teams, their logo is the old style Adidas logo. These are the modern Adidas logo. So, and goalkeepers have 2 or 3 shirts colors anyway, because obviously they don't want to match the other team's kits or your own team's kits. So, since there's multiple colors, I believe these are the goalkeeper kits. Boycott them. No one's a fan of these shirts whatsoever. I mean, I've never been a fan of goalkeeper shirts anyway. I don't really like them. I don't like long sleeve anyway, but no one's liking the designs of these shirts. So is that going on? Is that going abroad that brings the teams together? I mean, is that like flying together and playing abroad? Does that bring the team together? I don't know. Top needs to sell the club. I mean, that's a different video completely about the ownership of the club. Let's focus on the shirts. Yeah, so basic designs, nothing offensive, nothing special, just standard shirts, basic pattern. Again, I'm guessing K-Bet will be put across the middle. There's not many other kits from other teams for goalkeepers that have been released. So again, these could be training shirts. It could be goalkeeper shirts. We don't know just yet. But I'm pretty certain they are going to be goalkeeper shirts. Shirt sponsor is questionable. I think the main reason why it's questionable is the fact that it's a sponsor, it's a gambling sponsor. You know, with Monga, I don't know why we're having a gambling sponsor when Monga can't even wear the shirt with the sponsor on. If it's King Power, everyone can wear the same sponsor. But if it's if we've got a squad full of youngsters, they can't wear the shirt that sponsor to wear a plain shirt. So I find that quite funny how the club's going down a gambling route when we're trying to promote young players. The shirts mirrors the club medical. Yeah. The club at the moment has been ran not the best, but I don't know. I really like the home shirt. So I'll show more interest and interact with fans. We've had no. I mean, the club's been so silent. Only news we've heard from top is when they basically just sacked Rudkin, didn't give us any explanation really. And people saw him at the game against Leuven. We saw him on the balcony. You can't have gambling sponsors in the Premier League anymore, but that's not the same for the EFL. You are allowed them in the EFL, but I don't know if that's going to change in the near future. But so the link is out there if anyone wants to have their own thoughts about the kit. If not, we'll just go through the kits again and wrap up pretty soon. But yeah, there's nothing really. The third kit might get released today as a leak, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, it goes through the kits again. That's the home shirt. That's been nicely wrapped up and packaged. Again, the gold on the Fox doesn't look really nice from this angle, and that looks a bit cheap. But if I look at this photo, this one looks a bit more a nicer photo. We'll have to wait and see what it looks like when it gets released on the actual players. This one was a massive shock. Nothing like the other leaks that have been out. Completely different, really weird design. So again, when it's got a sponsor on and all taken properly, might really look a bit nicer. Going down the path of the goalkeeper kit, it's pretty standard pattern, basic standard design, basic colours. So we'll have to wait and see what they look like. Let's go through a few comments before we wrap up, unless anyone wants to come on and have their own thoughts on the show. See more of Top on a horse. Yes, he flew out to do polo, and our sister club Leuven couldn't sell their manager because the directors couldn't get rid of him unless they had Top's permission, but he was out doing that. So yeah, we've seen more of him on a horse than we have involved in our club. K-Bet is terrible. It is bad, but it's not as bad as BC game. I thought that logo was horrific. We'll have to wait and see what happens. So yeah, not a long show. Just wanted to, the major, some major leaks have happened. Actual physical images of those kits themselves. Nothing mind blowing, but also I feel they're not the worst shirts. I quite like the home kit, but again, we'll have to wait and see what gets leaked throughout the week. Hopefully, though, we get a manager announcement. Has he been announced yet? No, no announcement just yet, but hopefully he gets announced by the end of today or tomorrow before we fly out to Austria. Well, we thank you very much for watching, and if anything else gets announced or anything else happens throughout the rest of the week, we'll be live. Thank you very much.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms. For exclusive extra shows behind the scenes,